So when we moved in, this tire was here. And because we moved with nothing, I haven't had the ability to buy all my tools that I used to have. I've made garden beds out of tires before. I usually remove the rim. I didn't remove this rim. I was able to break the bead on the other side, but not this side. The other side will be the side that is facing up towards the plants. I cleaned all the rust off of that side. Very rusty. I couldn't break this bead though. I tried everything in my power. I couldn't do it. Isn't it though? So the tools you need for this, right? You have a few different options you can do, but what I'm using is in here. I got my miter saw. Good. My drill and my blowtorch. Why a blowtorch? Because I'm making this with cedar cladding, and I'm gonna burn the cedar cladding because I like burning things, pretty much. Yeah. Talk to you soon. Now, cedar doesn't do the char as nicely as spruce or fir or pine. And I wanted to show, like, this is the smooth side because these are cedar fence posts. So there's usually going to be a smooth side and a rough side. That's the smooth side. You see some difference, but not all that much. The rough side is the side that gives you the best look. So if you're ever going to do this with cedar, instead of just regular cedar, I would go normally with red cedar. Red cedar is a lot more expensive, so we went with the regular. Because this was an impromptu little thing that we were doing, so we went with the regular. I didn't go with SPF, even though it looks like this is what cedar looks like inside. There is the spruce and pine and stuff, right? It takes the burn a lot better. I haven't clear coated these yet, that's why they're still out here. But so usually use the rough side. Okay, so we've done our burning. Now some of them look really good, and some of them not so much. It depends on how much green they had and how close together the green was. Like that one, not as pretty. I'll probably use that one last and hope that I don't need it. So I've already decided which ones are going to be my first choices and so on. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, I have my first batch of boards cut. I haven't put them on yet. They are a little smaller than I was going to do. I wasn't 100% sure if I would make it around. I was going to do 2 feet. I was going to do the planter as 2 feet. This is 20 inches, so it's only 4 inches short. But 4 inches can sometimes be enough to some people, I hear. Now, I should probably do it with silicone because we're in Canada, but I am going to wax both ends to help keep water out. I mean, I know I'm using cedar, so I don't have as many problems. But I'm going to be using some natural beeswax to seal the 2 ends. Again, I probably should use silicone, but silicone's so much more expensive. Plus, it doesn't look great. And yeah, I have like 32 tubes of silicone at the house right now, but they're all for garage repairs and roof repairs. Not wasting any of what I have on this project when I have something that can sort of do the job. Okay, so we're getting there. Now, normally when I do this, I would have a strap going on the inside, or I would use a metal strap on the outside as if it was a barrel. Hold it in tighter. I don't have that right now. Again, I don't have nearly as many tools as I used to have. And I did have a strapping machine here at home that was for metal straps, here at home as in where I lived before. And I would use that for this type of thing. But we will do some caulking in the big gaps so nothing seeps out. And then the other gaps are pretty good. And we'll go from there, but we'll do it on the inside so that it doesn't show. Last 3 boards and I'm done. All right, so it's out. I'm gonna fill it up. There is a lot of caulking in there that's gonna dry. I did put a few longer screws in to help bring it almost together. Again, normally I would have used a metal strap, or I would have gone wood cladding on the inside like a nail strip and brought it together more. But my wife wanted something quick that looked okay. And I mean, on the outside, she's gonna look nice. All right, bye. So You can still see the caulking hasn't cleared up yet because it's just been put out, but
And it's cold in
yeah. But it's gonna look cool. I'll show you guys it again shortly. So we were doing good. It was a good day, and we got our first big rain of the year, and it was a torrential downpour. Of course it was that, but we needed that. I mean, there's all these forest fires and everything, so you needed it. It didn't last very long, but it was very hard for a few seconds, well, a few minutes. And I'm sitting on the toilet taking a dump, and my foot starts getting wet. I'm like, what's going on? Then I look down, my whole bathroom floor is covered in water, and I'm worried, is my toilet leaking? What's going on? Yeah, there must be a crack somewhere in my foundation. But there was a lake between my house and my neighbor's house. Both of our eaves troughs are apparently blocked on that side of the house. Luckily, we have the utility pump we purchased when the thaw was happening, so I drained it out, but the floor is horrendous right now. My wife has kicked me out of the bathroom.
I'm gonna go put these in the wash to wash them out, and I'll throw them in the dryer to dry them out, and I'll throw them back on the floor to continue absorbing. They've just hit their maximum absorbency threshold.
Do we have any more towels I can go grab?
Not big ones. And you're not using the one I use for my shower. So
the one thing that we have going good is that's not drywall. That's
outside of the house.
No, I was talking about the wall itself. That's not drywall. It's that wood paneling. So we don't have as much water damage worry, but I need to find out where it's all coming from. That's probably going to be another project down the road. This window, I think it was running from the front of the house down this way, but I could be wrong. It could be running from the back of the house. I checked all 3 of my eaves troughs, like my downspouts. Only one of them had water coming out of it, which really confuses me. But hey, we'll go from there. Anyway, talk to you soon. Okay, so we sucked up all the fucking lake between our houses. Less water's coming in now, so we're okay. I did see a break in my eaves trough, so I'm going to go buy some sealant. I'm in the garage right now painting some fence boards and some 1x4 trim into the barn red that my garage has been painted. This is trim for the corner pieces, and then that is trim for the bottom. So you can see that I've leak sealed the bottom with the spray stuff, but they made the garage out of OSB, and they never covered it on the outside, so it was exposed OSB. So down at the bottom on the outside has been rotting. I fixed the rot last year to the point where it shouldn't have rotted anymore, but my son seems to think that a garage is a good spot to throw a baseball or kick a soccer ball, etc. And every time it hits near the bottom, because it's OSB that was rotting, it's taken chips off. So that's what these are going to be for. So I'm going to go out with a chisel and chisel out all the loose rot. Then I'm going to seal it all at the bottom. And then I'm going to cover it with these guys, which will cover past the rot, about an inch and a half past the rot. Then when I'm done, I will also silicone along the tops and the edges to keep water from getting behind it, and hopefully protect the garage a little longer until I have the money to take all of this down and do things properly, because it pisses me off that they didn't do anything properly in the house. And I'm just trying to get different things to sustain until I can get to them, because there's different, everything that needs to be done in the house has been triaged. Which one needs to be done first? And this is down the line. So, yeah.